Hey guys, I'm Ted, here to give you another fast fact, and for today's fast fact, we're going to discuss Robert E. Lee and the Army of Northern Virginia's invasion of Maryland in 1862. Now, Robert E. Lee, by this point, had become the most celebrated Confederate officer, Confederate field officer of the war. Now, in doing so, he had fought a number of battles, a number of major battles, a number of high-profile battles that really took its toll on Northern Virginia. Between 1861 and this point in 1862, the Army of Northern Virginia and the Army of the Potomac had just been marching from battle to battle in Northern Virginia. The farmers there had not really had the opportunity to catch their breath. They didn't have the opportunity to pull in the full their full harvest. The local economy was feeling the strain as a result, and Lee wanted to shift the theater of battle, the theater of war, to allow these men to have a bit of a breathing space in between military activities. He wanted to switch it to the United States, to the lower tier of northern states. He was moving across the Potomac into Maryland to put the pressure on Maryland. Lee thought that, one, Maryland was being held in the United States against their will, and two, he wanted to move into Maryland, score decisive victories in Maryland, and terrorize the North. He wanted to move in there. He wanted to have his army live off the land the way that the United States Army of the Potomac had been living off the land, and really just commandeering the harvest, the fruit and the grain harvest of the farmers and the plantation owners of the area around Northern Virginia, of really northeastern Virginia. Now, in his campaign, Lee had decisive goals. Aside from just giving the Virginia farmers a bit of a breathing space, Lee wanted to influence the elections of 1862. He wanted to prove that not only could the Confederates win in the slave states, but they can take the battle, they can take the fight to the free states, and that the United States could not defend the free states. He wanted to influence them. He wanted to cause a political shift from the Republican Party wholly to the Democratic Party in the United States. He wanted to influence it that way. He thought that if the Democrats came back into power, that the Democrats would immediately either sue for peace or make some sort of arrangements to bring the former slave states back in on favorable terms, if not just granting recognition to the Confederate States and ending the war. Also, Lee knew that if he was successful in his campaigns and his invasion of Maryland, that foreign observers would view it, they would look at it, they would see it, and they would immediately recognize, offer aid, maybe even go to war with the United States to support the Confederate war for independence as they saw it. And there you guys have it. That is my fast fact on Lee's invasion of 1862. I hope you guys found it thought-provoking, maybe enlightening. And as always, hit like, subscribe, and comment. And I'm Ted, and I will see you guys next time for another fast fact.